Fight!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Things Kentucky. We are in the first round of the playoffs, baby. Everybody's trying to get to Kroger Field. Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. It's playoff time. All right, before we get started, let's take a look at last week's picks. Man, yeah. You know what? I just got finished strong, man. I just got finished strong. Shout out to Coach Meehan. We want to thank him for joining us and helping us. Had a great show. Great picks for him and Coach Bew. Now for our final season Power 5. Up first, we got Coach Bew's Power 5. Here they are right here. My regular season final Power 5 are going to go like this. Number 5, Douglas. Number 4, undefeated Sayre Spartans. Let's go Sayre. Number 3, my Scott County Cardinals. It was a tough loss last week. Number 2, the Paris Greyhounds. And number 1, LCA, the Eagles. First, we want to bring on our Big Things Kentucky Wing King Player of the Week.
How y'all doing? This is Thomas Williams from Wing King. I'm here to present this week's Big Things Kentucky Wing King Player of the Week. And this week's player is...
With the chickens like Popeye.
Alright, make sure you come on down and see us at Wing King, 101 West Loudon Avenue, Greyland Station. Come get your free 6-piece starter meal on us. Congratulations again. Continued success on and off the field.
Now, let's get ready for round 1. Our special guest picker this week is assistant Sayre AD and head boys basketball coach, Coach Robert Goodman. He's also going to give us a little preview of the Sayre Spartans as we get ready for basketball season. Here's our guest picker, Coach Robert Goodman. Hey, we got our special guest picker, and we're going to do a little basketball preview as we getting ready for basketball season. We got Sayre Spartans head coach, Coach Robert Goodman, and assistant AD. Coach, man, before we get started, how's it going?
Going great. We're practice has started. It's fun. Okay. It's a good time of year. Got football in full swing. There's a lot of sports going on. It's a busy time, but it's awesome.
Now, you know, you guys, first of all, you're a small school in the packed 11th region. Just kind of previewing, looking at how things are going this season. It's going to be a fun ride, Coach.
Well, I mean, it's the 11th region, so it's always packed. It doesn't matter, you know. There's so much talent, so many great coaches, so many great teams. You know, we just hope to be somewhere in the mix and have some fun. And
now, last year's team, you had a pretty good season. You lost in the district playoffs. Mm-hmm. You lost 4 seniors, but you're returning, I think, a pretty good core. Just kind of tell us, who are some players we need to be looking out for, and who are some of the players you're going to be counting on to help lead this team?
Well, obviously, you know, Ian Reeser returns as an all-region player, and Brock Kaufman, mm-hmm. Who I mentioned is probably one of the most underrated guards in the whole region. You know, we've got Noah Gallagher and Jackson Howard, but one of our shooters is John Palumbo. We're going to rely on him to be stepping mm-hmm. up and helping us this year. And then, you know, Luke Pennington's our point guard, and Chase Parker, and Caden Jones. These guys are all great. And, you know, Camonte Braxton is another one. So we've got several players that are, you know, we're deep this year. Mm-hmm. We're deep. I don't think I mentioned Jackson Howard. If I haven't, you know, he's another one that's going to step up and help us. So we've got a lot of depth this year, and again, we can go many different ways with our lineup. So we're just looking forward to seeing.
Now, what's your thoughts on this upcoming season for the Sayre Spartans, Coach?
Well, this is one of the more athletic teams I've ever had. We've got size, we've got depth. You know, we will of course miss the seniors from last year. They provided so much knowledge, and but this year's group it has an opportunity to do something special. With Ian coming back, you know, he's at 6'6". Jackson Howard coming back 6'6" also. We will miss Savion, of course, this year, but we're looking forward to big things out of him in the future. we are so deep at the guard spot right now. We go about 8 or 9 deep right there, and at any given time, I can put in several different players and not miss a beat. So Brock Kaufman is I think one of the most underrated guards in the region. I think he's one of the top guards out there. But we have other guards that can step up and perform and help us throughout the year as well.
Now, the football, one thing we talked about many times before with the 1A programs, you share a lot of athletes. Shout out to Coach Pennington and the Sayre Spartans, undefeated going into the playoffs. I've been picking them too. Just want everybody to know. I'm riding with the Spartans, Coach. How is that going to affect you as you get ready for the season?
Well, this is all this is very new, football, of course, and it's been super. It's been great. Coach Pennington is tremendous. Does a great job. I hope they win the state. It would be great. We are prepared to do what we can do first part of the season, and I don't think we'll really see our true team until early to mid-January. I think is when our team will finally have a chance to pull it together and be what we think we're going to be. I think we'll have moments before that, but the state football tournament goes till December 2nd, and then got to give those guys a little break, and then they'll be rusty getting back. So our schedule is not light. It's not easy. So we'll continue to play some top teams around and see what happens. We're going down to Florida over the Christmas time, and we I think the tournament has like 4 6A teams in it. Some big schools, and we're gonna see where we are.
All right, Coach. Well, let's get into these games. Okay, for round 1, Thursday we have a couple of games. In the 2A playoffs, we've got Clinton County 4-6, LCA 9-1. I don't think you're gonna pick Clinton County.
No, I didn't. It ain't very long. I got LCA.
All right. Now this one may be a little more interesting. We've got Pulaski County 3-7. This is 5A playoffs taking on 6-4 West Jessamine. West Jessamine, Coach Marsh having a surprising season as far as I think they are. They were second in place in their district. The young quarterback has really been doing big things for West Jessamine. Pulaski County, I think 3-7 for Pulaski County is kind of a down season. Do you see them making any noise in the playoffs? Who you want to pick on this?
Well, again, that's 2 big physical teams going at each other. I think just basing off the season and where the game's being played, I gave the edge to West Jessamine.
West Jessamine at home, Coach. They're having a bad year. And I want to pick Pulaski County. I'm going to pick Pulaski County.
All right.
Coach. I just kind of feel like, there's a little more tradition.
Yeah, I thought about that one.
I think Coach you might get me on this one. I had a bad week last week, Coach. All right, Coach. Now we got for Thursday 6A. This one could be interesting. We got 4-6 GRC taking on 7-3 Taste Creek. They played the last 2 playoffs, and Taste Creek has beaten GRC. Do you see GRC maybe pulling an upset over to Taste Creek?
I really don't. I think GRC's has turned their program around a little bit. I think last few years they struggled, right? Am I correct in saying that? And
Coach
I think they're getting
Jericho
better,
coming in from Eastern Kentucky. This is his second year taking over that program. And yes, he is building something. This year they kind of went down a little bit, had some transfers and just, breaking in new players and getting his culture established. So that's kind of where GRC is this season.
But I see Taste Creek coming, for the last few years, they've been kind of building again also and getting better and better. So I just like Taste Creek in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to take Taste Creek too. Coach Hawks is doing a great job rebuilding that program out there. Beautiful new building and facilities. Hey, shout out to Taste Creek. Let's go Commodores. All right, Coach. Now Friday, we got 1A. 6-4 Eminence, 9-1 Paris. A lot of people think Paris could really make some noise in these playoffs. You guys are familiar with Eminence. You've seen them play. Got any thoughts on this one, Coach?
Eminence gave us fits. I don't think it was one of our better games, but the Eminence gave us fits, and but we survived. That is a game with a lot of speed, and I know Paris is fast as can be, and Eminence has got a couple guys that can absolutely move. But in the end, Paris is too much. They're pretty darn good.
Could be looking at a second round matchup. That's gonna be.
It would be
I might have should have saved you for next week.
It would be exciting.
All right. Up next, we got 0-10 Berea taking on 7-3 Raceland. We ain't gonna waste too much time on this one. Raceland.
Got Raceland.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, now 2-8 Fairview, 10-0 Sayre. I think we probably in the same boat on this one.
I think it's
running
Sayre.
clock.
Sayre does what they do. They get Luke. I see Luke throwing a few touchdown passes here
Yeah.
and having a good time. So,
Brock having a big game.
Yep.
You gonna enjoy what you seeing in this one, Coach.
Yep.
I think at this point you just like everybody stay healthy.
that's it. 100%.
All right. All right. Now we got 3A. We've got West Carter, 4-6 taking on 6-4 Lexington Catholic. Catholic started the season kind of slow, but looks like they're hitting on all cylinders. Big win last week over Scott County. Then nobody picked that one. My man Jackson Wasick, I call him Jackson Football because all he does is make plays. Coach, man, do you think West Carter can pull an upset on this one?
I don't see it happening. Lexington Catholic has steadily improved all year. And again, it's always hard to tell because their schedule. I mean, I looked at their schedule. It was pretty tough.
Brutal.
And so they've done a good job getting together and riding the ship, so to speak. And I think Lexington Catholic has an easy time with this one.
Yeah. Keep the buses running, y'all. All right, Bourbon County 2-8, Russell 6-4. Bourbon County, new coach, rebuilding. This is just, Russell.
I have not seen Russell. I know we played Bourbon earlier in the year. I know Coach is going to do a great job there at that school, but it's not their year this year. I think Russell's going to get this one.
All right. Now, this one, I think this one, a lot of people think that this was not going to be where it's going to be. But 6-3 Woodford County taking on 4-6 Dixie Heights. We know Northern Kentucky football, tough brand of football. They love their football. Woodford County, a lot of people may not know, a lot of injuries. They've had some really bad injuries this season that have kind of hampered them as they come on late into the season. Do you think they have enough to get past Dixie Heights?
Well, I have not watched Dixie Heights, but you're right. Northern Kentucky football is tough. But in the end, I'm going with my heartstrings just because I know Woodford County and several people at Woodford County. So I'm gonna pick Woodford to win this game. But I said by a score of 21-17. It's gonna be a tight.
It's gonna be a tight.
It's
I
gonna be
like
fun.
that, Coach. I like that one. That's gonna be a tight. I'm gonna go with you on that one, Coach. Woodford County as well. But I don't know. I think early into the season, a lot of people had Woodford County making a run. But it's gonna be interesting to see how Coach Johnson handles these injuries. It's gonna be a rough one. All right, 1-9 Harlan taking on 6-4 Madison Southern. Madison Southern started off kind of rough, but they bounced back, won the district. Coach Payne is building something there at Madison Southern. Look for them to start competing again like they had in the past. I think it'll be an easy game for them over Harlan.
I think so. Madison Southern's got a good football program. Harlan's up and down. Sometimes they're great and sometimes they're not. Looks like they're in a kind of a lean year, so I think Madison Southern goes with this one.
All right, Coach. Up next, we got 2-8, my East Jessamine Jaguars. Yeah, I can't. I've been trying to give them the claw. I've been trying to give them. I used to say East Jessamine Jaguar, rawr. But I just, it's a rough year right now. Taking on 8-2 Southwestern.
The Southwesterns, I think, hands down, is going to take this game.
This one's going to keep the buses running. East Jessamine, it's been a great season, but I'm sorry, y'all. Up next, we got Connor, 5-5 at 8-2 Scott County. Scott County may be one of the favorites for 5A as far as getting to Kroger Field. They had a hiccup last week against Lexington Catholic. I don't think a lot of people saw that one coming. But like Coach Meehan said last week, he thought Lexington Catholic would play them tough because they're big inside. And, the big thing when you're playing that wing T, you got to stop that fullback up the middle. Connor, like we said, another Northern Kentucky team. How you feeling about this one, Coach?
I think Scott County had a little bit of a wake-up call last week. I'm sure they've had a great week of practice. I think Scott County prevails in this one.
Yeah, Coach, I hate to be Connor right now because my man, Coach McKee, I know he wasn't happy. He's going to make sure all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. Because like I said at the beginning of the season, I think he's been extremely happy. You know, Coach, when you got it, you got it. And you kind of going into the season like, this is as long as everybody's healthy, this is my year. So look for Scott County to make a nice run in the playoffs and big things out of my Cardinals. All right, Coach, now we move to the big dogs, 6A. Up first, we got Lafayette, 2-8, taking on Bryan Station. Yeah, I don't think we're going to put too much time on this one.
No,
Bryan Station.
Lafayette's won a couple games this year. Good for them. I think that they've done great, improving. But Bryan Station right now has a program that's pretty real. I said 44-10.
Keep the buses running. And in keeping in that same vein, poor Henry Clay 0-10. You know, Coach Gay, we've talked about it many weeks before. You know, we know what's going on over there as far as just him really rebuilding the once proud program. Taking on Frederick Douglass 5-4, kind of reeling off of that loss to Boyle County. Looking to make a run in 6A. I probably said too much, but Frederick Douglass.
Coach Gay is one of my favorite people. He's an amazing coach, does a good job. Known him for a long time. Sorry, Coach Douglas.
Yeah.
This is going to get you on this.
All right, and then another one. Boy, 6A is just loaded right now for these games.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is keep the buses running.
Yeah.
Great Crossings, 2-8, taking on 9-1, perennial powerhouse, male Bulldogs. My male, Coach Wolf. You know me, Coach Wolf. We go way back. That's my coach. Coach, male.
Yeah, I think Great Crossings one day will be one of those powers to deal with, but it's not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, Male gets this one.
Male's looking for what I think their 4th or 5th trip to Kroger Field in a row. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. Final game of the week: 3-7 Madison Central taking on 3-7 Paul Lawrence Dunbar. This one here might be the best game of the week.
I think so.
As far as who's gonna do what and where, Coach. You got any thoughts, any ideas? Because I need some help on this one.
You know, I've watched Dunbar many years. It's always been intriguing to me, but this year they've been more competitive than they have in the past few years. I know the record doesn't reflect it that well, but I think they're doing a great job rebuilding that program, getting it back. Madison Central sometimes is dominant, and then you know they go through their rebuilding phase. I'm going to go with Dunbar on this one. I like Dunbar, but it's a close one. I got 26-21.
Coach, man, Wes Johnson's done a great job this season. They haven't really been able to get the running game going. Ethan Till is having a great season throwing the ball. The defense been up and down a little bit. Ooh, Coach. I'm going to go Madison Central, though.
Right.
Roll Tide! Let's go Madison Central. There might be a motivational pick. You never know. But that is the round 1 games. Coach, want to thank you for coming on. Look forward to big things out of the Sayre Spartans in basketball, Coach. You got anything else before we get out of here, Coach?
No, we're just excited about the season. Again, we've got some. We got a lot. Like I mentioned, it's the 11th region. A lot of tough games, but we're looking forward to doing what we can and you know, hoping for a good year and hoping nobody gets hurt, but, you know, just having some exciting basketball games, that's for sure.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll be looking out for you guys and keeping up with you, Coach. Good luck and keep doing big things.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Shout out to Coach Goodman. Look for big things out of Sayre Spartans in the 11th region. It's going to be interesting all the way around. We appreciate them for stopping by and look for the Spartans to do big things in the football playoffs. Here's Coach Bue's picks this week. As Coach Bue would say, as always, we want to ask you to be a living donor, keep doing big things, and peace.